time I wanna fight you, but I wanna feel, but you don't get it. The feeling that I get is apathetic. It's all about the shit that I would give but wasn't getting. The feeling I would do about a double what I'm getting, and I don't even got a second guess it. Just be the shit you ride to, not the shit you cry to. I be believing I denied you, don't think that I'm supposed to. Most of the time I wanna cry too, but I wanna feel. My people fond of me, but wouldn't ride for me. They wouldn't sign for me, they wouldn't lie for me. A couple cry for me, but wouldn't die for me. A couple try for me, found different company, and I'm taking you back even though you broke my heart.
Can you see if you can put Moolah in?
I think you'll hurt me again. Taking you back even though you broke my heart.
I tried, but it's giving me an error.
I think you'll hurt me again. You gave me what I wanted, even though you made me.
The link is not sent to him.
I don't know how I feel. You gave me what I wanted, even though you made me fail. I really don't know how I feel. But let this be the shit you ride to, not the shit you cry to. I be believing I denied you, but that I'm allowed to. Most of the time I wanna cry too, but I wanna feel, but you don't get it. The feeling that I get is apathetic. It's all about the shit that I would give but wasn't getting. The feeling I would do about it, double what I'm getting, and I don't even got a second guess it. Let me be the shit you cry to, not the shit you cry to. I be believing I despise you, don't think that I'm supposed to. Most of the time I wanna fight you, but I wanna feel. My people fond of me, but wouldn't ride for me. They wouldn't sign for me, they wouldn't lie for me. A couple cry for me, but wouldn't die for me. A couple try for me, found different company, and I'm taking you back even though you broke.
Welcome back to another Spit Don't Swallow in the hot seat with Taz, the poet. How are you doing tonight, sir?
How are you, Taz? Thank you so much for having me.
I'm good. Thank you for coming.
Happy to be here.
Money Monster will be back. She is trying to get Moolah into the group.
Very good.
I was getting the error. So tonight, how do you pronounce your name?
My name is Sin Lied. Like I sinned and then I lied to you about it.
Oh, okay. How did you get that name?
So when I was younger, I did a lot of stuff that I'm not very proud of. You know what I mean? So as far as my art goes, I wanted to take all that and turn it into something beautiful. So Sin Lied. Take all my sins and my lies and make it into something gorgeous. You know what I mean? Something
Okay.
worthy of telling.
I get it. It's something that won't be changed. It's different.
It's yeah.
So who are you?
I am a Russian adoptee from South Portland, Maine. Came here in 2012. Honestly, I'm just a person who's got a bunch of stories to tell about myself, the things that I've been through from a perspective that not everybody may, be ready to hear.
Moolah!
Moolah!
Boo!
Yo.
Go on.
Okay. How long have you been doing music?
I've been making music since 2015, so give or take 11 years.
Okay.
I've been putting music out since 2018, and I recently reinvented myself in 2025 after like a good long hiatus.
We all need that.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Talk to me.
At the beginning of the show, you said that you wanted to spread your wings. You wanted to you want to do some poetry.
Mm-hmm.
So, with that said, I'm adding you to my roster.
Okay.
Found out he dabbles in guitar.
A little bit.
So we need you to work on that because we need you to come out and play. Even if it's with one of your songs.
I'd be more than happy to do some acoustic versions of my stuff. Absolutely.
Or that, or you can do it to some poetry.
Be happy to.
See, I like him. I like him. Well, like, where you get him from?
Open mic,
I like that.
my performances.
Networking. Networking.
Absolutely. Poets realm.
Networking.
Yes, yes.
So
We
how
played,
long have you two known each other?
just
Couple
recent.
months. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
been a few
just
months.
recently. Literally when
Wow.
February, I want to say.
after you recorded Mantis is when I ran into you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like right after I ran it. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And Mantis came out very recently. It's my latest song. It came out March 25th ish. 15th to
Okay.
25th. Something around there.
And what type of music do you do?
I call it hip hop / alternative trap soul.
Oh,
Yeah. So it's very hard to pinpoint, you know what I mean? It's got elements of rap. It's got a little bit of that kind of Post Malone vibe to it. There was it's a long story, but a buddy of mine that we were gonna make music together, me and my crew and this friend of ours that we worked with. He is no longer with us, unfortunately, and because of that, I've recently come with a new sort of, man, what would you call it, Mula? Like a reggae sort of Afrobeat vibe. And that's been kind of going for me pretty well to a point where it's like I'm trying to finish up an album with all of the
excuse
songs
me.
that are that kind of.
Excuse me. Try is to fail.
I'm sorry. Excuse me. I'm making an album with
Okay, thank you.
Okay, 8 songs. It will be 8 songs. It will be out hopefully. I'm hoping by the end of this year. And after that, I kind of want to put that project on the back burner because there's a lot of other different vibes I'm trying to get into. You know, I want to.
Try is to fail.
Dang, I will. I will. Taz, I like you. I like you, sister. Damn.
Every time you say try, you
Okay.
hear it.
All right. All right. Very good.
And if you notice when you with him, and if he slips, he fixes it. And I'm not even there.
Yeah. I
This
think
is
I told
nice.
him that the other day too. I was like, I was saying something. I was like, I'm like, wait. Fuck. And then I fixed myself.
I'm like, yeah, all right.
Yeah, because I'm in his ear.
I love it. I love it. That's good.
I'm in his ear. I don't even have to
Yeah.
be there. And that's what a team does. They give you pointers. You don't even have to be present. And it's going to stick.
Mhm.
Because try is to fail. You remove that and you will succeed because when we speak, we are manifesting. And if we say certain words, it hinders what we're trying to do,
Trying.
what we're wanting to do, or what we're working to do. I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. I still slip because somebody
I'm sorry. I
is
had to.
still. No, I'm that type of person. Do what I do to you. If I slip, I can say I fuck up. I'm perfectly unperfect.
Love it.
So critique, I don't have an issue because again, we're not perfect. I can't tell you something and then I turn around and say it and you look at me like, okay, that's a contradiction. I fucked up. I slipped. That's just me. But
I love it.
I like the fact that you was like, hey, try. You caught it. You fixed it. Not a lot of people,
you know what I mean?
do that.
My biggest thing is to try to get as comfortable, like make people as comfortable as possible. You know, I want you to be
You-
comfortable being you around me.
You're supposed to.
Yeah.
Money, you gonna break this ice?
Hi, money.
Hi.
Money.
Yeah, break
So-
that ice while I go grab this poem.
Okay, So Sin, as I've been listening, I done listened to Mantis. Great song, great song. Um, what gave you Mantis? Like, what was that place to make that song?
So I was going through a pretty rough time as far as my relationship went at the time. And when that ended, I went through a phase of I just kind of want to be single, you know what I mean? Kind of want to do my thing, whatever, whatever. I met this girl and I ended up being a romantic that I am, you know what I mean? I ended up falling for somebody who didn't, number one, probably wasn't ready for it. And number two, didn't really want it, but wanted the fun that came with it, right? And you catch it in the beginning where you're like, hey, listen, I don't want to go through this. Let's like not get physical. Let's not do none of that. Da 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 da. But because you say something like that, it attracts them more, right? So at that point, it was like, shit got real. Let's just say, and then after that, it just kind of went to a point where I felt like I was ghosted and dead. Just kind of left for dead. And I was like, hey, that's tough. But like at the same time, it's like you called this from the beginning, and you knew that this is how this particular person is wired. You know what I mean? This is how they are, portraying themselves, and you called it. So the fact that you went through it, it's like she never meant this. You know what I mean? It was you kind of fell for that shit, and that's on you. You know what I mean? Because you know how they are. You know that they'll bite the heads off of their mates, and after all that goes down. So that's where that kind of came from. So yeah. It's very personal. It's very graphic if you really pay attention to what the underlying tone is.
All right. So, as you know, what gave you the urge to get into music? What put you in that space? Like, did you just wake up one morning and be like, you know what? I could dig it. I could do this.
Yeah, you mean like starting out in music altogether, like when I first got into it?
Yeah,
So
when was your first love call for music?
my first love call in music actually came from video games, right? I was playing this video game, I heard this soundtrack, and I was like, oh, the strings are beautiful. In middle school, I got into orchestra, and I played the viola for a while. That kind of got me into it, right? I had a piano at home, played around with it, learned some songs from certain video games. That was dope, What really, really kind of struck it into like a thing that I wanted to do was high school, when I saw that, being cool was kind of like a status quo sort of thing. So it's like you either figure it out or you just become an outcast. It's just how it goes, whatever. So I was seeing what these guys were doing that were like getting these girls and whatnot. You know what I mean? I was really that type of guy. I hate to say it. But all in all, I was like, what am I going to do that's different? What's going to, make me stand out and whatnot. And that turned into buying a guitar, learning a couple of songs by freaking Nelly and Lil Wayne, you know what I mean? How to Love and Just a Dream. And, repeating the same patterns on my fingers with the guitar until I figured it out and could play it in any kind of correspondence in regards to those 4 chords, right? And from there, it kind of took off. When I first wanted to just like record, I was expecting to record my audio. I was expecting to, record the guitar, record all that stuff. And the quality was terrible. I was not rocking with it, whatever. I found a few people on Instagram and stuff like that made beats, and I reached out to them and I was like, hey, I really like this. You want to work together? Can you mix and master my sounds to sound better? And as soon as I heard what my acoustic songs sound like mixed and mastered with the auto tune and all that, like listening back to it now, it wasn't anything special, but like at the time it was mind boggling as to like, I made that and that could be on the radio one day. And that got me into writing more, getting more rhymes down and rhyme schemes and telling more stories from my perspective. You know what I mean? And making it as emotional as possible, because anybody can, in my head, anybody could make a happy song, but what does it take to really dig deep and find a way to make you hurt a little bit, you know?
Yeah. Because songs back in the day gave a message. Regardless what the song was, it was a message delivered in it.
Yeah.
It was something that you can go to on a sad day that pepped you up.
Yep.
Something that motivated you. So music is supposed to encourage.
Mhm.
Music's supposed to speak from the soul.
Right.
Music's supposed to be in tune with others, because once it goes on a track and it's announced to the world, it's no longer yours. It's yours, but it no longer belongs to you.
It's a property of the public.
It's exactly.
Yep.
Because that song done touch somebody. You don't know who, you don't know where, but it done touch somebody. And if they never hear that song again, they're gonna be searching.
Mhm.
So Moolah, let me ask you a question.
What's up?
What type of artist would you say he is outside looking in? Because you have seen him before. What do you get from him?
I see. All right, how do I put this in words? It reminds me of me. Literally,
This-
like he's the one person that literally goes out his way, does all these shows. The, the way he makes his music is like on the spot. Literally, it's like everything he's doing literally reminds me of what I was doing before OTS. You know?
A hustle.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's why you feel me. Like we're here today, right
I
now.
wouldn't be here without this man right here. So I mean, this
No.
opportunity, ultimately, you know, I appreciate you guys having me, but Moolah, thank you.
No problem. Don't thank him yet. This show ain't over yet. We ain't got to.
It's
We
just
ain't tuned
started.
it up yet.
It's just the beginning.
No,
Not
I'm
even.
here.
Yeah, you're here.
I met
Yeah,
two new people. You know what I mean? So I mean,
yeah, yeah.
more people know who I am, and I'm able to share something with you guys. So that's
And
all.
you're able to work with both of us. So that's an even plus.
Mm-hmm.
Work with who? Oh, you talking about me?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
She already started.
Hey, I'm always with it. Y'all already know. I'm with
So let me ask you, let's get a little deeper. By you singing, how much more women draws to you? Why this man leaning
all-
sideways? He was like, there she go with bullshit.
I'm in a very happy situation right now. But,
That's perfect.
But all of them, you know what I mean? I'm very happy to get to know people. I'm happy that people are vibing with my music, but ultimately, I want to separate my personal life from who you see right now, right? Nobody gives a shit who I am until I put the glasses on. You know? So Sin Lad and Matt Vey are two separate entities operating under one body, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I get it, because I tell people I am Taz, but don't get it twisted with Tanya.
Exactly.
Taz is the artist,
Exactly.
is
Yes,
the
ma'am.
poet.
You got it.
So I get it. It's you stay in your zone. You don't go out there looking.
Right.
Temptation doesn't get you.
Right. Because I'm on a mission. You know what I mean? I have a vision, and I'm trying to.
Yeah, I like him. He focus.
ultimately, the person that I'm with now has pushed me to go to every single open mic night in the city. Just like being around it and exposing and networking with all these wonderful people. There's a lot more people that I think are much 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 more talented than me that like I'm rocking with their stuff quite a bit and I want to introduce and like I have my little team of people and they're incredible. You know what I mean? I just want everybody to know each other in this realm because
I get it. All you got to do is just send them.
yeah.
Like I say, my platform is always open. We're looking to bring out more poets and more spoken words because a lot of rappers don't realize you're a spoken word artist first.
Yep.
Then you are a rapper. Once it's on paper, even on a 16 bar, it's still a spoken word poem. You just do it in a different way.
Absolutely.
And if they realize that, they can wordplay a lot more better. So let me ask you this. If you had to choose 5 people, 3 men, 2 women, to only listen to for the rest of your life, who would they be?
3 men and 2 women.
Uh-huh.
There's this guy named Eden. There's this guy named Crywolf. These two single-handedly, their music inspired me to become a writer and operate as far as my music goes and the wordplay that I use and stuff like that. Like that's inspired by them, right? The third one, honestly, Bobby Caldwell. Are you familiar?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that dude. All right, women. Utada Hikaru. Are you familiar?
No.
She's a Japanese artist, Japanese American. She's like the Beyonce of Japan. She's incredible. I fucking love her to death. Okay.
Send me send a link in the chat.
I will, most certainly. I will. And
Shit, I like my Japanese women.
yeah, boy, what's up? And last, man, female artist. Sharon Denadell from Within Temptation.
Okay.
Yeah, obscure, but I really do love my female vocalist quite a bit. A lot of
You're
my
supposed to.
yeah, and I got no shame in it either. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of women that I listen to, and it's.
Do you listen to R&B?
I do, yeah. Nothing old school, you know what I mean? But when I started writing music, I'm gonna be honest with you, I stopped listening to other music because I didn't want anything that I made to sound like something that's already out there. So I stopped listening to music for a month, whether that be radio or whatever else. And I did that for a month. And now that I think about it, there's a very limited catalog of what I know as far as verbatim music, right? R&B, let's see, some Usher songs, right? The most popular ones, right? I know a little bit of Mario, right? You know what I mean? Yeah, who else? Never was a fan of R. Kelly. I hate to say it. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Chris Brown. Chris Brown was the shit. Chris Brown was
the interview's cut. No way.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Who is this guy? He's with the stick.
I promised authenticity. I will only be honest.
He did. He said he was gonna be blood raw.
That's okay. Okay, I'm going. Yep. I think cut the tape.
Okay.
That's funny.
Free my nigga Robert.
I wanna I don't know if I want to test this one. Let's do a poem.
You're gonna tell me a poem, and I'm gonna tell you what I think about it.
Uh-huh.
Let's do it. That's my shit. That's my shit. You gotta understand. I love when artists decide to tell me some things.
Here we go.
Is this no? This is your poem, yes, Taz?
Yes.
Very good. Let's hear it.
Wait a
Moolah
minute.
ready.
Wait a minute. This is a disclaimer. Please disclaimer.
Is it kinky?
Understand this is a conversation amongst all artists. If any significant others, fans, bro fans, ho fans, even they mama fans have any type of offense to this communication that we are bringing to you first exclusively, go suck your mother. Okay?
Sakyamara.
Continue.
Those la bien bon,
Oh,
baby. Come on,
fuck.
I wasn't expecting that one. Okay. This one is called Naked.
Ooh, I like the sound of this already.
This
As I
guy.
stepped out bare beneath the moonlight, my eyes underneath, your eyes underneath me, fathering, ready to devour every inch. Come close. Let your fingertips whisper to my skin, teasing the edge of my sanity, awakening the hunger I can't contain. I don't know where it's coming over me, but my soul craves and chooses you. The storm is brewing between us. Every breath is heavy with longing, every heartbeat louder, faster, calling your name. Touch me with fire, ignite my shadows in my mind. Pour heat until the veins of until I mutter, overflow with the need for you. Kiss me slowly, drink from my curve to my neck, and taste my desire that pauses beneath. Take control. Pin me to the moment. Let your hands spank. Let your hands speak words my body understands. Press me against the wall. Make me beg the gods of mercy. Then take me higher. Our bodies will write a sympathy of chores, a hurricane of lips and lungs, lightning sparkling as you touch meets my rain. You are the thunder that shakes my core, the flood that leaves me trembling, hopeless, soak in afterwards, the aftermath of us. Let your strokes part me wide, a rhythm so deep I lose myself. Take all of me, my fear, my fire, my every unspoken need. Taste the sweetness that spills forth and endlessly, offering you only you could summon. Fill me, draw me in the oceans of sin. Take me to the bed, the floor, the table, the sky. Lift me, push me. Let's create new worlds with our bodies. Explore the wilderness of my desire. Don't stop. Mark every inch of me with your name. Touch yourself. Write yourself into my memory. A tattoo of ecstasy will carry forever. Make this body yours until it echoes of your storm. Are you the only sound left in the air?
Ooh.
Now that's one that I haven't performed. That's something I recently created.
Okay, little Miss Naughty.
Can we break? You let me know when you're ready for me to break down what I heard.
Go. Oh Lord.
I
Go
heard
ahead.
fuck me
All right.
now till my
So
legs are shaking.
there's a level. I mean, it's all very sensual, right? But there's a
Mhm.
level of I want to say like ascension almost, right? A lot of references to storms, a lot of references to what it feels like to be cared for in that sort of way. Very, very passionate. A lot of points dealing with touch, very descriptive in the touch. You compared something I had in my head before you even said it was the fact that like lightning happens when atoms clash into each other, right? Electrons like clash into each
Yeah.
other and stuff like that. And that touch, when you said you're the thunder, I was like, yo, we're on the same level there. I feel like, right? Um, I feel like there's like a level of fear, almost in submission, but it's also like an arousal, right? So like, there's not a lot of domination. There's a lot of hold me, do to me what you with you will, and like a lot of acceptance. And when I like thought about that acceptance, that made me think about the levels or the stages of death, right? The 7 stages of um, fear, anxiety, da 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 da, and then the last stage is acceptance. I wish I could remember all of them right off the top of my head. That's where I got. And last thing I wrote is storm. Had to do with the way that you said hurricane.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It was very like, although I'll submit, there's still a level of power within all of it.
Damn, cuz.
You know what I'm saying?
I actually think he gets me.
Yeah, that's plain as day. All that. That's what I got from it. I mean, like obviously it's up for interpretation, but like let's be real. Like I get where you're coming from. It's very well
Money
written.
Monster. Thank you.
Yeah.
No, you let that one go next. Let Moolah go next because you know me. I'm gonna give you the uncut, unhinged version of what they're trying to say. Go ahead, gentlemen. Go ahead,
What she
Moolah.
say? What she trying to say is like, could lay it down. Could lay it down. That's what it is. Like that's all I'm saying. I heard out of everything I heard in there, I heard can I be rated R?
Yeah, this is uncut.
I heard bitch. Come eat this shit. You gonna drown all in this bitch. You better lay that shit down like you never laid it down before till my motherfucking legs are falling off.
Well, goddamn. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I got.
Everybody
That's
gets their
that's
own
something
woosah.
that's something that I would literally fuck to that. Like
Oh yeah, that's some add some echo to that shit. That's some Lord of the Rings Elven shit right there.
I'd
Yeah,
fuck to it.
and I'm in the middle of creating a audio poetry book.
Love that.
But the hard part is finding the right tones for it.
Okay.
That's my hiccup. I don't know what the best tones that would actually blend for my style because each poem brings out a different person. Well,
Can I
the
ask a
same
question?
person, but a different level. Who said
Can I
they
ask
had a
you-
question?
I got a question.
Go ahead.
Are you married or in a relationship?
I'm dealing with someone.
So yeah, so you're yearning, huh?
But I've been writing poetry for
But you
This
just
guy.
said so yourself that you just wrote this. Like that's a yearning poem like a
So
motherfucker.
is this so all right, now we got a question for you now. So
For
is
me?
this no for Taz.
Oh yeah?
So this poem you recently wrote, is it about that person?
no. When I write, all of, I my niche is erotic poetry.
Yeah.
So
Understood.
what I do with my poetry or how I create my poetry, I write in a feel of a moment. Meaning I may be asleep and I may get something in my head. I might be watching TV. It might be something I see someone do. It might be something I kind of put any and everything that I see into my poems. Yes, a lot of the times my poems are personal because I cannot write if I can't relate
Amen.
or if it's not something that I may step a toe in and do, or it might be a fantasy.
Ooh,
So
a fantasy.
with a poet, you always thinking outside of the box. You always thinking, what is this? What is that? It's curiosity kills a cat. So my curiosity is writing
Yeah.
of how can I go? How deep can I go? How much I can tease and bring you in. It's telling a story.
There you go.
So yes, I may add a little bit of my personal life, but I'm a poet. So I live in a different world.
Okay.
And on top of it, I'm a Cancer.
Ah. Ah.
So that just says a lot. Money.
Oh, y'all want to talk to me now? Okay. All right. So we went from astrology and pathology and anatomy. Then
And then
Mr. So
photography.
I just eat and devour. I got from your poem much of a 50 Shades of Grey mixed with a little bit of rain. Um, it gives that you both want to be in a place where it's higher than just the climax. It's a mental stimulation. It is the love language is built up into the moment, and then when y'all both come to the climax of the whole thing, you want those aftershocks
Mhm.
of what is going on within y'all two in that intimate moment.
And that's what people don't understand. If you intertwine with the person that you with, if you open the door a little bit, sex will be different every time. You will get a different level every time.
Mhm.
You can be with, why you think people be in marriages 30 years? It's not about the sex, but when they do, it's a different level. It's like two souls meet and they're out of their body, and you can, it's hard to explain. It's more of a soul,
Mhm.
a
It's the
soul.
drug. It's the drugs. That's it. It's
That
the
too.
drugs.
That too.
It's the gas station pill in the honey pack. It's a great
I don't
night.
know nothing about that.
It's the Zephyr Hill and the purple pill. That's what you go get. It's a great night.
The Hennessy.
Yeah, yeah. There's two colored sneakers and I'm crying in the morning like, where's my lash? I had them on. What
But
happened?
I have one more before we play another one of Sinlai songs.
Please, please.
You know very well
Wow, I didn't
what
know I
you
didn't have to
are.
hide it.
You're my sugar thing, my chocolate star. I had a few, but not that many. But you're the only one that gives me good and plenty juicy fruit. Juicy, juicy. Yeah. Juicy.
I can tell you want to fuck me.
Candy rain.
Can I walk up and sit on your face? Ride your tongue till I turn on like the sink in the bathroom. Can you eat me? Circulate my pussy walks until all the water is sucked out of my body. It's juicy. Come get a mouthful of Cherry blossom lips. Suck, pull, slurp this fat monkey. Rub your lips up and down and around until it's white. Pink pussy matters. Talk to it with your lips. It keeps it juicy and wet. Juicy fruit is what Zaddy likes. My skin's been waiting to feel your lips. Gone in like you're getting it for the very first time. You know you got that sweet tooth and gets your dick hard. Dick me down, fuck me, pull me, make my body rock. Juicy. Keeps me mourning and sizzling for you. Hit my bundle of nerves and watch me unfold. Knock on my uterus wall. Fuck me, make my body squirt, tons of cum. Juicy fruit, nectar is just right. Thick and soft, tighten with every circulation motion you give. No holdbacks. I'll be your dessert. Come get this pleasure. Don't keep me longing. Fuck postponing. It's a tsunami. Pussy juices dropping, legs shaking, bodies grinding. Are you ready to devour my juices? Fruits is coming down. Taste all of me. Grab my hips. Pull me all around. Open wide, insert it all. Move your tongue to the beat. Get a mouthful of this eatable treat. Juicy fruit. You like it? You like it. Money. Yeah, you going first. We're going to get your ass out of the way.
Oh, well, damn, that was rude. I was finna say, you gonna get me a towel after I done did all of this on your face? Clean up on aisle 3. Shit. Since we getting me up out the way, nigga, go get me a towel and a sandwich, and I'm finna turn on Sports Center. That's my representation of this. Go get me a towel. I'm turning on Sports Center. I want a BLT with a Pepsi and some barbecue sweet heat chips, please and thank you.
Oh my
You're
God.
I mean, you asked me, you didn't say that, you didn't come. That's me being a lady. Like, come on. Shit. Yeah, I thought I would go keep it. Oh my God, that sounds so erotic. And so, oh my God, I'm finna climb this. Nigga, clean up on aisle 3. Go look at this shit. You done messed up my sheets and shit. Now you gotta go start a wash at 3 o'clock in the morning. That's your fault.
Better roll over and go to sleep.
I don't know who gonna sleep on that side. It won't be me.
You gonna sleep in
Just
this
because I made the mess don't mean I'm gonna sleep in the mess. It's a cause and effect. Cause and effect. Cause you wanted me to be all over the place don't mean I gotta sleep in that place. Go sleep in your problem. That's it. You wanted that problem, now sleep in it.
Oh God. Oh God.
Later gonna tell me.
Ooh, I left. He's just like, no, thank you.
No, he cut off his screen. He probably on the floor rolling. Oh God.
I'm just keeping it real.
So unhinged.
Y'all asked for it. I get what the people looking for.
And Sin Live, what are your thoughts?
That show is unapologetic, number one. You know what I mean? Like, you clearly do not give a fuck who hears it and what's up, but like, I fucking love that shit. You know what I mean? That's as raw as it could be. Definitely what Money was saying, 100%. You know what I mean? Like, this shit is like, what's the word I'm even looking for right now? It's definitely like you're the one that wears the pants, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, towards the end, you were very much like, yeah, but fuck me how you do type shit. You know what I mean? So I think this one was a little bit of the opposite, as I was saying. Like the other one was very much of a yearning sense. This one is more like, I know you want me, so what the fuck is good? Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, right?
And yeah, and that's why I say there's different levels of poetry.
Yeah.
Um, this is where I was saying at the beginning of the show where I push I push you where you bring out the things that you hesitant of, you fear of. And I say that is because that's how I was brought out. When I first started, I did clean poetry. I wasn't getting the crowd reception as I wanted to. It took a I don't even know what to call this lady due to she's a poet, she's a mentor, she's a speaker. She's been in the poetry game for 28 years. Um, so when she pulled me to the side and was like, that was good, but that's not it. And she went to ask me what did I fear? What was I really private about? And I was private about sex. I was closed. Um,
And that's what it's
I'm
about,
more
you know?
conservative
Mm-hmm.
per se. So she tested me and asked me to give her an erotic poem in 30 days. And that's what I did.
Interesting.
And the people enjoyed that part of me. That's where Taz the poet became Taz the poet.
Love that.
That's where I found my niche. So I went with it. It drew the crowd. It made the people enjoy. It sent people to the bathroom. It sent people to the car. It and people came in one way and left another way.
I hear that. Hell yeah. Love that.
So they enjoyed the vibe. It was something different. It was grown and sexy. It was uncut. It was raw. And that's the stage that I present. It's where artists can actually be an artist. Because if you go to a lot of promoters' events, you can't be who you want to be. You can't sing certain things because you have to play what they want you to play, per se. But I always tell the artist, you have to recite and you have to read the crowd. So you got to know and feel which song to bring out. And it's just with poetry.
No.
You have to read the crowd to know what to bring out. And there's not a lot of erotic stages. There's a lot of erotic poets. There's a lot of raw spoken word artists, but they don't have a stage to present and recite those words. And that's what Spit Don't Swallow comes about. Spit your words, don't swallow them.
Heard that. I love that. That's
So
good.
that's where the creativity and the push. So I push myself to go a little deeper, to bring out, to get uncomfortable. But then when I see it, be like, oh, I did that.
Hell yeah.
I've turned a poem into a song and had an artist actually put it in tracks. So you can do a lot of things with poetry. Um, it all starts with poetry. Music is poetry. It's just different formats. But I like telling the story. I like bringing you in. I like giving you a remix of that night that you had that feeling, or get you right where you go home and make that situation happen or get close to it.
Love that.
Mullah.
Yeah.
He's stuck. And
I like
this is a different side of Moolah gets to see me. I don't think he ever saw me perform.
Yeah,
no, I have not.
it's a show. It's a show.
Hey man, spit, don't swallow. You know what I'm saying? Let that shit out.
That's that's where spit don't swallow come in.
Yeah, man. I see
Like
you a little. How you feel about it, bro?
that's the real deal right there, in my opinion. I like how you said as well. Like you're going home in a whole different mood, and right there,
Say.
automatically, just you got me already. Like
Yeah.
where we
And that's
going?
yeah, and
Like
that's the whole thing is to tell a story. And that's even with your music. Your
yeah,
music is supposed to tell something. It's supposed to relate. Music is not music like it used to be. But let me ask you, if you can look at yourself, you say you've been doing music 11 years.
Yeah.
If you can look at yourself 11 years ago
Mhm.
and right now, what encouragement would you give yourself?
I always had to question whether or not I was walking a fine line with how dark some of my shit got in the beginning. Like, my parents would come in and be like, oh, you fucking, it sounds like so dark and depressing. And like, do we need to commit you? Like, da 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 da, you know what I mean? Shit like that. But so I had to question as to whether or not, I was doing the right thing going down that way, or if that was something that I wanted to talk about, kind of like you were saying about the erotic poetry and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I made a choice to go deeper. I made a choice to get darker as like a rebellious sort of thing. But the only encouragement that I would give myself is do it for the right reason, being do it because you need to be there. You need to go there in order not to broadcast unspoken truths to the rest of the world when they don't need to know that, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't want to take all of the suppressed energy and take it out on somebody in the street, or whether that be my person or what have you. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay. And from then to now,
Mhm.
what growth have you seen?
I am pretty much able to be myself at this point. You know what I mean? I am not afraid of you. I'm not afraid of, my people. I'm not afraid of being able to be my authentic self. It's very easy because I've noticed that the more confident and comfortable I am to be who I am, my art is a reflection of that, and the people that surround me when I'm feeling that way, that's just those are the people that are meant to be around me because I'm holding nothing back.
Okay. And what type of music would you say that the energy that you give now, is it different than it originally started?
Of course. I mean, I feel like I've grown a lot. I feel like I've my not only my vocabulary but my sense of love and loss is at a better understanding. I mean, I've been going through shit my whole life. Who hasn't, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, I just feel like based on my experiences and what I choose to do with those feelings, it tells a different story than what you'd expect.
Okay.
And it's all poetry. You know what I mean? It's all a story. It's not made to I mean, unfortunately, not even unfortunately. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Fortunately, it slaps. Fortunately, it rhymes. Fortunately, it's rhythmic. But what I want is for people to hear what's underneath.
Okay.
What I'm really saying.
So with that said, we're gonna go into another track.
Which one?
How is it pronounced? Mantis?
Mantis. Yeah.
Man,
Mantis.
Yeah. This is my most recent one.
Okay. Let's see how it sounds. I've listened to it, but we're gonna give it to the people.
All right.
Wave sound.
Shawty don't want love, Shawty want me dead. Shawty don't want peace, Shawty want me dead. Shawty don't want love, Shawty want me dead. Shawty don't want peace, Shawty want me dead. But her headshots are missing, Shawty got tunnel vision. Shawty don't wanna listen, she making bad decisions. Face card malicious, show me the intermission, needing me right there like there ain't no competition. The headshots are missing, Shawty got tunnel vision. Shawty don't wanna listen, she making bad decisions. The face card malicious, show me the intermission, meeting me right there. She never meant this, Shawty don't like that, Shawty a predator, don't be romantic, Cause I got wrapped, I get a hold of yourself, man, before she leave you defenseless, Say you were born and somehow leave you alive, you know the Shawty a mantis, Shawty a mantis. She never meant this, Shawty don't like that, Shawty a predator, don't be romantic, Cause I got wrapped, I get a hold of yourself, man, before she leave you defenseless, Say you were born and somehow leave you alive, you know the Shawty a mantis, Shawty a mantis, Shawty don't want love. Oh, 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 oh. Hey, hey. Oh, 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 oh. Shawty don't want love, Shawty want me dead. Shawty don't want peace, Shawty want me dead. Shawty don't want love, Shawty want me dead. Shawty don't want peace, Shawty want me dead. But the headshots are missing, Shawty got tunnel vision. Shawty don't wanna listen, she making bad decisions. The face card malicious, show me the intermission, meeting me right there like there ain't no competition. Headshots are missing, Shawty got tunnel vision. Shawty don't wanna listen, she making bad decisions. The face card malicious, show me the intermission, meeting me right there. She never meant this, Shawty don't like that, Shawty a predator, don't be romantic, Cause I got wrapped, I get a hold of yourself, before she leave you defenseless, Say you were born and somehow leave you alive, you know the Shawty a mantis, Shawty a mantis. She never meant this, Shawty don't like that, Shawty a predator, don't be romantic, Cause I got wrapped, I get a hold of yourself, before she leave you defenseless. Yeah, you were born and somehow leave you alive, you know the Shawty a mantis, Shawty a mantis, Oh, 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 oh. Hey, hey. Oh, 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 oh. Hey, hey.
What made you name that song what you named it?
the person that did me wrong kind of left me for dead. You know what I mean? And if you know anything about the female mantis, after they mate with their male counterpart, they decapitate them and eat their head. So it's a play on, hey, you know, I said from the beginning, and I knew from the beginning that we shouldn't do this, but because I had said that, you only wanted to do it more, and you had coerced me and seduced me into wanting to do it, and then after we did it, it was cold and dry, and you left me for dead. But she never meant this. That's how she's wired. She didn't like it. You know what I mean? You knew that. Don't be romantic. You know. And you saw from the get go. You know she had claws. You know it's game over. Get a hold of yourself before she's gonna leave you fucking fucked up. You know.
I get it.
Yeah.
Money, you have any questions?
Oh no, I listened to this song already. It's one of my favorites that is on his playlist. And I asked him that. So my question is now, while I'm also sitting here, from making a song so in a fragile state, does this new relationship give you a whole different perspective of how love would be?
Like I said, I promised y'all authenticity, and I promised this person authenticity. So we have talked about this song in full extent. I've told her the story. She understands it, you know, obviously because we're, you know, getting a little more personal with each other. You know, she's clearly, um, you know, disgruntled, let's just say, when it plays and stuff like that. But she gets it. You know what I mean? She understands the art of it, the story of why I named myself the way I named myself and things like that. And to answer your question, does she give me what I was looking for? Yeah, to an extent. You know, she's a poet. She writes. It's very personal. Obviously, she's not ready to go out and, you know, do her thing, but from the discussion of that to the poetry she's written based off that, yes, certainly. You know, I've never felt more understood in my life. You know what I mean? And I've never felt more pushed. I used to have this funny little thing in my own head where it was like when I was in a relationship and I was happy, I had nothing to write about. I was in deadlock. You know, I've never written more in my life as I am right now. You know, and so yeah, I mean, there's a lot that's being provided here from that artistic front with what I'm going through right now, and I hope it stays this way. You know, I'm very good right now. I'm doing well.
That's
Thank you
good.
for asking.
I just make sure you just RSVP a play at the reception when y'all do decide do you
Oh
not.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, 100%. Yeah.
Just make sure I got the little brand that say open bar. That's it.
Absolutely.
That's all.
Yeah. Absolutely. 100%. Double two fisting and everything. Right, you're good.
We there. We
All
there.
set. All set.
What is something that you haven't done that you want to complete?
Musically?
It could be musically, musically, something that you haven't tried or something that you haven't done that you want to do before you're done with music.
I'll be done with music when I'm dead. But to answer your question, there's a lot of stuff that I would do on an acoustic guitar that's a lot more solemn and soulful and slower. If you come across it on my Instagram, you know what I mean? You'll see a couple of clips of me playing the guitar. I want to dive into more producers that do that kind of music. Like I mentioned, Eden, Crywolf, you know what I mean? And find a way to relay and capture that emotion without feeling like it's boring. You know what I mean? A lot of the stuff, like my roots, when I try to get what I'm looking for out of somebody else, I find it very hard to find their tempo, their meaning of it. But when I play
Tries
with
to fail.
yeah, and that
And
could
that's
very
why
well be
you
it.
haven't found their
And that
tempo.
could very well be it. You're absolutely right. But at the same time, I am looking for my tempo. I need to find everything. I hate to say it, but flow comes first. You know what I mean? Before the words
Yeah.
even hit paper, I hear something. I hear a way that it's supposed to be composed. I could never ghostwrite for somebody because I would be very disappointed in it not being mine. You know, in a selfish way. You know what I mean? It's very difficult to be a creator and give credit to somebody else for something that you made. You know what I mean? That's why I don't do covers. You know what I mean? Number one, they made it their way. I enjoy a lot of covers. Sometimes I'll enjoy a cover better than I'll enjoy the original song. But at the end of the day, it's like that's not me. You know what I mean? I'm very original. This is all about just expressing the stories of myself and how I think and how I feel and what's important to me, who's important to me, what somebody did to me, what it's selfish. Sinlight is very selfish because at the end of the day, it's my story, and I want to be the main character. Does that make sense?
I get it.
So
It sounds so ugly, but I promise you, it's coming from a place of love. You know.
well, that's how the what they say, the rose in the concrete. It has to go through the cracks and grow from somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
So my next question, I know Taz, right? You see how that just came out and the razzle dazzle. But my next question is, if you had a mentor that you can actually sit and say, you know, you want to actually help you elevate to your next level, who would be your mentor? Whether dead or alive.
Like from a standpoint of philosophy or from a standpoint of music.
Music
Okay.
or philosophy, you can have two.
I would definitely say somebody who's really inspired me out of nowhere, to be honest with you. Linda Perry from the Four Non Blondes. Odd choice, right? But she had this show once upon a time. It was the Linda Perry Project. And what she did was she took musicians off the street, put them in her house, and recorded songs with them. And whoever, it was like a competition sort of thing with a knockout, elimination, whatever. But at the end of it, she was going to sign the winner. You know what I mean? But the way that she taught I definitely urge you, if you guys have time to go like check it out, just look it up. The way that she taught these people was from a very personal perspective. It was very raw. It was very cigarette dangling from your mouth, talking to your nephew and making him a bowl of cereal, but you ran out of milk, so it's Mountain Dew. Do you know what I mean? But like rock star shit, you know what I mean? But it got emotional, you know what I mean? It really brought some people out of their fucking, I'm so timid, you know what I mean? I've been hurt, but I don't want to tell anybody. It's like, no, let that shit out, you know? And from seeing that from a first perspective, I would have to say her 100%. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have expected to do there, but that's just what came up in my head immediately.
Okay.
Okay. I know I'm covered with questions tonight. Okay, Mr. Sin, you are doing a concert and you are the headliner. Who is your starting five?
The starting five is famous people or just anybody?
Alive or here present, dead or alive? Who will be your five?
My five would. When I started doing this music shit, it wasn't about getting in with the famous people. It was becoming famous enough to be able to get people like me up and off. I would want to respond to every comment. You know what I mean? Fucking, if I was headlining a thing, Mulazi, number one, right? Fucking my people, MCRK Bam, my buddy Saint. Shit. 5, you said?
Yeah.
Beautiful Q, because she's dope. And Day Santiago.
Sound like this
Shout
finna
out
be
to all
a.
them.
That sound like a Kendrick Lamar concert right there.
Oh,
We
man.
finna be outside.
It'd be
That
good.
sound like a West
It would be
coming
good.
together.
It would be good.
Girl, that I swear to God, that's some West Side connections.
All those people he named is up towards your way.
It's that county thing, baby. Hey, the 561 is something serious. You hear me?
Moolah, you have any questions for him?
Um, I have a question. I do. This is this is a question that was thrown at me once.
Oh
Like,
Lord.
y'all.
Was it one of us?
Yeah, both of y'all.
Damn.
Watch when I say it,
Nigga,
you're gonna
look.
be like, oh yeah. If you can go back in time and change something with all the experience you have today, would you change anything?
No. No, I wouldn't. I'm a huge believer in karma, and I'm also a huge believer in the butterfly effect. And you can't fuck with fate, man. There's causes and effects, and you don't even understand what the cause of stepping on a rock and moving it half an inch would be. You know, I wouldn't change a thing. I think that every experience that I've lived in my personal life, even bro, listen now, every experience that I've lived up to this current moment in time right now needed to happen in order for me to get here. I could have done one little thing different. I could have stayed in New York and gotten into drugs and all sorts of shit. But it's a fine line. It's a decision. You know what I mean? Every decision I've made up to this point put me right here in front of y'all. How does that make you feel? You know?
I don't think he heard you.
Oh, it was kind of rhetorical, to be honest with you. But
No,
No, I
no,
heard him. I
no.
heard
He
him.
said, "How does it make you feel?"
yeah.
If you can give another artist some advice, what would it be about this music?
Stop comparing yourself to other people and stop listening to music for just enough time for you to figure out a track all of your own. At that point, you will potentially start the beginning of finding your sound. And when you find your sound, everything is cake from there. At that point, right away. Write your feelings, write your traumas, your shit. I have a song in my head that I have to write about that will probably take me hella years to write about. I was adopted from Russia and I remember everything from the age of 3 years old. So to tell that story would be fucking bananas, all right? My parents were drug addicts, you know what I mean? I escaped from an orphanage. Like, there's all sorts of shit there that could potentially be
We have to bring you back on the show.
Oh, yeah?
Reason why is because I've been looking for someone and that situation of trauma where I have a question at hand that you actually fit.
Very good. I'd be more than happy to be a part of it.
So we'll bring you back on a Sunday show because the Sunday show is deep conversation, grown folks conversation.
All right.
You think this show gets deep? Sunday is buck wild.
I'm there for it. 100%.
It's more of ask the question.
Disclaimer.
Oh, I hear it.
Disclaimer.
Oh, jeez.
Just saying. Please understand. It gets very, very to the point. You look, sweetheart. I'm just letting you know now. You gonna either fix me or fight me because those questions get to the point. Like, you know what? What's this bitch address? Just saying.
Yeah.
So I understand everybody say they're empowered, they're confident. I done broke a lot of people. So yeah.
There's nothing to break. I'm about as Bob the Builder as they come. You know what I mean?
Honey, everybody can be Bob the Builder, but I know how to be Wreck-It Ralph.
Ow!
If you know, you know.
I was hoping you'd say something like that. I'm totally up for the challenge, bro. No worries.
Listen,
I'm worried.
you this a different type of death row.
So yeah,
He'll learn. He'll learn. I mean, he hanging with that guy, so he knows how Death Row is over here. So he definitely knows that this ain't no joke.
Oh
I tell
my
everybody,
god.
and for me being an outside person looking in, like I said, I just from my standpoint as listening to you as a new artist, I told Moolah, I was like, he give me a little bit of Bob Marley mixed with a little French Montana mixed with a little bit of the guy named Friday. Like you got a different sound that you could either vibe, motivate, or just be. It's a content moment. You can light your incense and get your cup of wine, or roll up your J and just vibe out to it. You
thank you.
have that type of tone. Only thing I'm going to critique you on is you already comfortable, but I need you to be really to that space where I know you know your divine masculine. I want you to get up in there because I
So
know is your whole story is bigger than what you telling us.
reiterate
Yeah,
that
and I
reiterate
told
that in
him
a
that.
different way. I want to
I
Huh?
understand.
told him
I
he's
said
holding
reiterate
back.
that in a different way because I want to understand what you're trying to tell me.
What I'm telling you is stop holding it back. You giving it out, but really bring that from the bottom underneath your foot, but in between your toe jam. I really want to hear it.
You want to hear it? Can
Cause
I share a song with you?
sure.
Yeah. All right. I gotta figure this out really quick, but yeah. Mullah,
That's
you
what I
already heard
think
it,
it is.
yeah? It is what you think it is. Hell yeah. All right. Um, this one. Yes, I can. All right. So it's still a work in progress. You know what I mean? But you want to hear the guttural? In my
Pause.
head, in my head,
Look,
this
look,
is
we don't discriminate, baby. I don't care. Keep it blood raw as you
all
keep
right.
it. It ain't got to be mixed, mastered, or nothing. Like I said, I know it's something. Listening from your music that was sent to us and watching your videos, I know it's more than what you already given.
Well, thank you so much. So this song is called "Come Find Me." From my when I wrote it, from my perspective, it's very much so from the point of somebody who's just done with life. They're ready to start popping people. They're ready to just give it all up. It's from a perspective of that. You don't really hear this sort of understanding of what that heartache and trauma really feels like, right? I haven't been in this position personally, but there's also a second perspective you can look at it from, which is the person who is like, hey, like how could you possibly be feeling like this? Like why didn't you come find me? Why didn't you seek the help that you needed? Why didn't you come look for that? You know, so this is Come Find Me. It's featuring MCRK Bam, which I will definitely love to tell you more about. This man is probably one of my favorite musicians of all time. Yeah, let me know if you can't hear it.
I can't hear it.
You can't hear it?
Nah.
No.
Dang. I'm so sorry. Okay. All right. I got it. We're good. All right. You ready?
Go ahead.
Mhm.
Here we go. Can you see it? Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Very good.
Buckroll.
How you feeling in my chest when I was? These cats talking, they don't even wanna. They want. How you feeling in my chest when I was? These cats talking, they don't even wanna. They want. How you feeling in my chest when I was broke? These cats is talking, they don't even want the smoke. I don't mean to brag and I ain't trying to boast. Drove a line in the sand like I put my car on coast. How you feeling in my chest when I was broke? These cats is talking, they don't even want the smoke. I don't mean to brag and I ain't trying to boast. Drove a line in the sand like I put my car on coast. You know my brother never made it out alive, so how could I talk about how ride, you ride, we ride, yeah. You know my brother never made it out alive, so how could I talk about how ride, you ride, we ride? That's why you never said hold on, hold on. I don't want you to run away, come find me. Fuck it, I get it, my hair all up in a bunch of shit. Fuck it, I get it, you thought that I was gon' fumble it. Okay, I get it, I gotta get up on top of it. Okay, I get it, I gotta get up on top of it. But you feel the shit and you're so right. Got you believing you that's alright. And got you up about the whole night, trying to go to bed light. She like a deer up in the headlights. And got another in the red light, trying to say you miss it. I kinda wish I never did it. Despite the feeling I was getting, you was never with it. Yeah, you was never with it. Yeah. You need to pick up the bed and put down the Beretta. Yeah, yeah. I know this ain't the best weather. And if you feel like today's in bed or whatever, yeah, yeah. At least this isn't forever. You need to pick up the bed and put down the Beretta. Yeah, yeah. I know this ain't the best weather. And if you feel like today's in bed or whatever, yeah, yeah. At least this life ain't forever. So why you never said hold on, hold on? Yeah. I don't want you to run away, come. I don't want you to run away, come find me. Hold on, hold on. Yeah. I don't want you to run away, come find me. I don't want you to run away, so come find me. I don't want you to feel some way, my love, high key. But if you say you wanna leave, my heart's hiding. The scars I keep under my sleeves are uninvited. Oh, you see, but they hear me. I can't even gather thoughts, I'm stuck when you get near to me. Try to hold back all my love, how long till you won't hear from me? The memories get tipped to the ducks, act like I ain't scared to leave. Hold on, hold on. Yeah, I don't want you to run away, come find me. I don't want you to run away, come find me. Hold on, hold on. I don't want you to run away, come find me. You need to pick up the bed and put down the Beretta. Yeah, yeah. I know this ain't the best weather. And if you feel like today isn't better, whatever, yeah, yeah. At least this life ain't forever.
So yeah, I don't know how you feel about that.
I like it. I like it. You giving me. It's finna give you. I'm finna give you 4 different artists. You give me. It's a guy named Jax. I don't know if y'all heard of him before, but he's a beast. Mixed with a little bit of the old Akon, Marshall Mathers vibe. Also mixed with a little bit of your current little Rod Wave, but I also want to hear. I hear my dog. Shout out to him, Gank Gank, in that as well. So you giving that real life entity. That's what I was talking about. It's something higher because you explaining your heartache, you explaining your traumas, but you also showing that, besides all of that, you turning the tables for somebody else. Like, hey, I've always been that hand to reach for you, been that body for you. Now it's time for you to reciprocate that. Like I've been struggling and holding it on, being the Superman, but now this superhero is in that villain space in their head, and he want to untripe that.
You got work. Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
So that's what I got from that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hell yeah.
I like the music. I like the message. It shows a different tempo. I like the reggae feel and the vibe. The only thing that I want you to do is tone the music down a little bit and clear your voice. Make it a little bit clearer so the message is delivered. You over the music, not the music a little higher than you.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing, because you can hear it towards the end. The music is a little higher than you.
Mm-hmm.
And you got a message at the end. But again, the music is higher. So either make it your voice cleaner, where it comes out more clearer, and tone it down a little bit, just a little bit.
Hell yeah.
That way the music is still there, but your vocals are over.
Thank you. Yeah, no, this is definitely getting another studio session for sure. There's a lot more stuff to do.
In the words of Hustle and Flow as DJ, push that shit out. That's what you doing it. Like I said, where you got your challenges, but I want your. It's always gonna be you versus you.
Yeah, yeah.
And
that's
everything.
The only competition is him. There is no other competition. He's not like no other artist, and that's what artists have to understand. Yeah, that artist might be good, but it's only one you.
Thank you. Yeah.
You're your own competition.
And that's why I was telling him that he needs, I know is something more embedded, and you might wake up tomorrow and be some rap country, or you got an island vibe put into that all smashed up. Like, that's what it is.
And that's exactly what I told him at the beginning when it was just me and him conversation. I say, there's something you're hiding. There's something that you play with, but you procrastinate with.
Right. Working on it.
Because he gives you moments where, like I said, he can either flow with the weekend vibes, with the weekend, and he also can throw you some French Montana. But when you really in depth in his music, you're giving me early Slim Shady. You're giving me the real Marshall Mathers. That's what you're giving me.
Because to be honest, when I first saw the picture, I say, wait, he sings? I thought that's why when it says don't look at the picture and assume, because I assume you did rap.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just by the picture. And I looked at the picture before I listened to the music. When I listened to the music, I was like, oh, Mr. Songbird. But then when I heard the reggae, I was like, oh, so he trying to do a twister.
I'm doing all sorts of shit, man.
Twister. Because Twister, he can give you slow. He can give you fast. Then he gives you something that you got to listen to over and over again in order to get the first line. but he always drew you into his music.
Mm.
He always gave you a vibe. He always delivered a message.
Like these two guys on my shirt. They
Oh
always
yeah.
had a message.
Hell yeah. Love them boys.
So the realness, I was always told, as long as you get nervous, you get butterflies, or you get a little anxious, keep pushing. But as soon as that love, that spark is gone, find something else. Because if you don't, you're gonna destroy the whole love of what you do.
You're right.
And that's why I was telling you, with music, most artists only think of one lane, but it's so much that can be intertwined with your music. And Moolah can tell you, because I sent him a poem that I'm waiting on him to say, Taz, I'm done.
Yeah.
But it's one of those that taking him out of his comfort zone. He's not accustomed to necessarily doing that boldness of music. But I can't wait to actually hear what it comes out to be. So I enjoy different types of art because it's all art. And when you live in your true self, the music that you make is actually beautiful. And you Moolah could tell you when he first started, I was like, calm down. But now I don't even bother him
Hell yeah.
because I see the improvement. I
Love
see
that.
the I see he takes the little things and put them all into one. And that's what it is. You never
Shibala.
That got me blushing.
Yeah, boy,
I
what?
gotta hide.
but I give flowers when flowers are due because again,
This guy.
one, I'm an artist of myself. So for me to not to do my craft and take time out to push another artist, I see something. And as a promoter, promoters don't push artists 365. They don't support them 365. Usually that promoter usually promote them on that event that they're on. And most likely it only concerns them. Did you ever Google me, Moolah?
Yes. Who are all y'all? I do my research, okay? I
Ain't
do
nothing
my
wrong with it
research.
because I told you to.
Yeah.
But
It's a lot wrong with that. You can't tell that man it ain't nothing wrong with that. It's a lot wrong with that. You can't be.
Nuh-uh. There's nothing wrong with doing research.
no, because sometimes you got to know who you're dealing with and actually if that person is real or fake. But the question is, when you Google those pages that I asked you to,
Mhm.
is there another promoter besides my team that pushes the way that we push?
No.
And when you looked on that page, was you surprised?
Hell, yeah, I was surprised
Why is that?
because you literally do this all on your own, pretty much. And like the direction that you got yourself into is literally the direction we artists want to get to.
I get it. And that's the first time I've asked him, has he looked me up?
I looked you up. I looked up Clay. I looked up. I haven't looked. I haven't looked her up yet. I don't need to. I don't need to.
Yeah, yeah, you don't. Yeah,
But
y'all don't need to do that. Don't do that. I thought that nigga said I googled you too. I was like, no, you're gonna see a block page. No, just playing. I got some shit that's fun. But hey, that was all before 12.
but the whole purpose is a lot of people don't go hard for artists. They talk about it, but it's not so many of us out here that's actually pure about it.
Exactly.
And the whole purpose of Googling is people can say anything. And I'm doing this on live, which will be on TV. People can tell you anything to get you to jump on, get on a rock with them. But not many will tell you to go do your research and go look up what they do. You can Google, you can get on YouTube, you can actually see the foundation. There's a video I did 6 years ago, and it defines what I wanted to do. And I promise you, if you do turn around and research that and look at it and look at the current from the time of that video until now, it's what I said I wanted to do
I
plus.
know exactly what video you're
Yep.
talking.
Yep.
And I did an interview, and that interview was on a BET Awards. A gospel show picked up the TV, the broadcasting. It became worldwide. I became an international poet.
Wow.
We helped them get that award. But as humble as I am, only a few people actually know. But the purpose of me saying that is there's videos saying what I wanted to do with my platform. And if you go and look in between the time then, I turned around and did one 2 years ago. Well, 2 years after that video. And that video tells halfway of what I wanted to do. On that first video, I was dipping into what I said I was going to do. Now I've done what I said I was going to do plus. So the whole the purpose is people can tell you anything, but when you go do your research and the evidence is there, that says it all. You know that person says what they mean and mean what they say. Also tells you what that person is about. And again,
Oh,
go ahead.
oh, one more thing, Sin. I need you to work the stage. Just saying, work the
Yeah.
stage. You get in that little square on stage and you stay there. I noticed that in your video. You'll stay in that little 1, 2, 3, 4 square, 1, 2, 3, 4 square. I need you to move around. I want
That's
everybody in that.
comfortable square.
Yeah, that one was
So
comfortable too,
yeah,
but he's out of that bubble now. I'm
yeah,
sorry. If Taz ain't tell you who I am the Berry Gordy, the Suge Knight of her establishment. I'm going to keep it blood raw, keep it unhinged, keep it uncut, but it's all out of love.
Of course.
Because our goal is at the end of the day to make sure that every artist know that you already walk in the mentality of, nigga, I'm already that celebrity, so I ain't worried about it. But I want to have it to the point where
You
the
draw
artist,
in your crowd.
your crowd is matching your aura. So yeah, you might be in your tunnel vision in your head, but we also want that crowd to know your same tone. You got to broaden it when you lift your head up, because I
Because
know
when
you cover. Um, you always wear your covering you're covering your chakra, which I understand about your energy and everything when you go out to perform. That's a whole different another episode we'll talk about. However, at the end of the day, I want you to read your room. I want you to read your room, and that's how you can also put your songs into what order.
what I usually do to get in my zone, because I started out very shy and I still have my moments.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like you wear shades. So what I do,
My eyes are closed 90% of the time. I don't want to say 50, but like, yeah.
okay. So
Yeah.
in
I
that
don't need you
case,
seeing me.
what you can do, sometimes you can pick a zone, and that can be in the back of the room. Or act like you by yourself. That way you get out of your comfort zone. The goal is getting out of your comfort zone and rocking and vibe. You're enjoying what you're spitting, but your body needs to match. Once your body match, your crowd is gonna rock with you.
I
Moolah can
found it.
testify.
I found it. Remember? Okay, everybody seen the movie The Matrix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, remember when the people were walking? Y'all remember when Neo was walking through the downtown New York and how the people was walking by and shifting at his aura, how he's moving until the chick came and distract him in the red dress. That's how I want you to start flowing, to have that broad in one. Because when he was just walking by himself, everybody was with the same floetry. But when he stepped the other way from the chick, now the room like, oh
No,
shit,
the room.
okay,
Yeah, yep. I hear you. I hear you. I
how
hear
you
you.
can do that. So like I said, I understand, the different concepts in your performance. And like I said, I've been visual and watching. And like I told Moolah with his moment, when he first started out, I gave it to him blood raw, and after that, it was all gas, no brakes with it.
And have
So
fun with it. That's the part of
and
relaxing.
that's why I tell everybody, when y'all are artists, my part as an artist development is to you gonna be that stage ready, whether you want to or not. You stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
Exactly.
That's in
You
conversation
never, you
or
never
anything.
know who in the room, who sent in the room, and who watches from a recording. So you always supposed to show up. And what a lot of artists don't understand, to get on those festivals, you have to move. They look at, because when we submit to festivals, I have to submit Instagram, a picture, music, and a video, a performance. Not in that, and that's not including the media kit. So the whole thing is, to get to those, you're gonna have to move. But find your niche in it, find your movement. That way you build your fan. You're building your fan base now, so you don't have to build it once you blow up. You got your people that's already gonna follow you, that support you. This is what you're building. This is what you're performing to do. Get the niche, get the people hooked, get them, like I told Moolah, like that Hennessy song, that video he did, you can tell he wanted to take off. He didn't know if he wanted to jump. He wanted to do something. Find your two-step. That way, when you get that energy, you do your damn two-step. Let the people get that
Yeah.
two-step in. All of a sudden, that room is gonna be doing a two-step.
Everybody gonna do the shirt murder dance out there.
Yeah. That way, when you perform, they already know you're gonna give them energy. They're gonna give you that energy back. And again, when Moolah first performed for me, he didn't know Zoe was gonna be there. And she left, but didn't I come back and give you what her response, what she told me? Hold on. Shut up.
My nephew telling you to hurry up and wrap this shit up. My nephew said, wrap this shit up, Debbie. Y'all past mommy and mommy time.
But the whole point was you still got the feedback
Yeah.
after she still left.
Yeah.
And that said, and it was like, how the hell she watched it? She left.
Yeah. That's what I
Somebody
said.
was left.
Yeah.
Somebody was left, and it was recorded where she was able to see people, the performance. So you never know who's there. You never know who sees you. You never know who's sitting in the crowd.
Yeah.
Because when I go scouting, nobody knows I'm there. When I first I think I met you through Clay, or was it an event?
Through Clay. So, like you were saying earlier, the whole genuine people talking, saying this and that. Clay was the one who actually showed it to me firsthand, and that's
Mm-hmm.
where you were hiding in the shadows, usually, and doing tasks.
Yeah. So, like I say, there's different ways to be seen. You don't have to be on everybody's events to get noticed. It's not what you do, it's how you do it.
Exactly.
And if you technically go to too many, you kind of drown yourself where, oh, I already know who's going to be there. Let a person miss you. Let them be excited to see you.
Yeah.
Especially once you got them hooked, be missing. That way,
It's just like y'all Suave cologne. You spray it on and then you walk in the room and then it lingers later on.
Type shit.
Have them mystery. Cause
yeah,
you don't
my
want the
whole,
world to know your song before your official, video pop out.
yeah.
Or, you gonna do that break on it. Everybody
I,
gonna remember that song because when they hear that beat, they're gonna be like, oh, that's Mantis. Oh,
yeah.
that's coming. You know,
Always
but
leave a lasting
also,
expression. Always leave a lasting expression.
Facts.
It perform like it's your last. But enjoy. When you vibing, you're enjoying what you do. You're enjoying your music.
Absolutely.
That
just
way,
like his
go ahead.
performance in Gas House. I seen that. That's the only time you seen that hair bob and move. I was like, okay, we got the young Dro.
I'm
Little
trying.
shoulder
That's the most
lean
recent. I'm
guy.
trying, man.
Yeah,
Try
Put a
but
as
little more
you
that
will.
motion in there, you know.
but that tell you I paid attention.
Right.
Even though you were sectioned over to where, the entourage was at, I seen you pay attention to the entourage because that's your height. That's your height. But you gotta turn that around and give the young Dro to the crowd too.
That shit.
Cause at
Gotta
the end of the day, you never, like we say, we never know who watching. I can tell you now, an artist that I've been working with for years. He a beast now. I could close my eyes and you'll see him in the room. You'll be like, oh, he here? And then next thing you know, he come on stage and then go right back off like never seen him.
Love that.
But we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. But I enjoyed having you here. But again, we will bring you back to the topic that I want to open up is trauma. So I think you'd be a perfect fit for that conversation. Make sure you tag me in those videos because I didn't get any videos from neither three of y'all.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't come at me, come at your artist.
Correction. If you didn't get no
get it.
videos, I'm gonna blame that on my Wi-Fi because my shit is horrible right now. Okay.
Don't blame it on Wi-Fi. Don't blame it on Wi-Fi.
You know what?
Blame it on
you.
you.
I'm gonna tag you right now.
But like I say, send me some videos. We'll have you back on the show. It was a pleasure to have you. Let the people know where they can find you before we leave.
Thank you so much for having me. My name is Sinlad. You can find me on all streaming platforms at Sinlad or Instagram, Sin_Lad.
Okay. Money, have anything to say before we leave?
No, I mean, thank you for, blessing us with your time. And, hopefully we'll be doing some collaborations and, just going to a higher and building better. That's it.
Make sure you send me your information.
You got it.
All right.
Like I tell everybody, network make the chat work. So
love it.
Get it.
Before we leave, we're gonna end it with one of the last tracks.
Talk.
Flow.
They don't know about that yet. Don't know about that yet.
What?
Coming soon.
What are we calling that vibration? Nothing but communication. What's if it goes down, smoke in the air? Put my hand behind your seat and accidentally pull your head. Too much will make a man go crazy. She's a doll even when she hazy. But I'm not the only drug she taking. I'm not the only drug she taking. Oh, we oh. Shawty got me walking down these lonely roads. Con voz la gambo, no, we oh. Shawty got me walking down these lonely roads. Con voz la gambo. Told them all that I would quit, but it's above me. I do it for the hell of it, it's just a comedy. Ironically, the damage and the worry is a part of me, so I'm just gonna laugh it off. I'm tired of the energy, so let them all get tired of me. I'm leaving gravity, double personality, in need of a little part of me. Keep it on the low, but when I blow up, they get mad at me. Who am I to judge you doing you, and I'm just doing me. Could be blind or she could be faking. I'm not the only drug she taking. I'm not the only drug she taking. Take another shot, another hit will make it. Too much will make me go crazy. She's a doll even when she hates.
That vibe is taking.
I'm not the only drug she taking.
I'm about to drop that bitch on my distro.
Yeah, bro, come on now.
Shawty got me walking down these
I'm about to tell Chaz to line your ass up, boy. Go
We
get
already lined up.
She got that little screensaver in the background, but she sit right behind the emblem, man.
Con voz la bien bárbaro. I feel it could be pretty fucking hard to swallow. Then there's tomorrow, maybe waking up in Colorado. Two souls always kissing up on one another. Yeah.